So yesterday in New York, I totally overate. And not just like overeat at one meal, which is something that I do every now and then, but like all day long. So it's like avocado toasts in the morning, all kinds of things in the afternoon, nachos at night. It was just one of those days where I definitely ate more food, like quantity wise, than my body was used to. And also, in addition to that, I ate ingredients, like types of foods that I don't often eat and doesn't feel good in my body. By the end of the night, my body was like, ugh. I felt bloated. I felt heavy. I just did not feel good. And the unfortunate side effect of overeating is you don't just not feel good in the moment. That feeling lasts. Like I woke up this morning and I still did not feel good. My belly did not feel good and it lasted for hours. I'm going to tell you what I used to do when this would happen and what I recommend doing now. Now, what I used to do when I ever did this, which was quite often, to be perfectly frank and honest, I used to overeat all the time, is I would, number one, feel terrible physically, but feel really terrible mentally and emotionally. I would be kind of mad at myself. I would be like a lot of negative self-talk. And I would also be like, see, there you go again. See, you're never going to figure this out. See, you're probably never going to hit your body goal. See, you're never going to lose the weight. I had a lot of that talk. And it's because I had that talk that I felt discouraged. I created a lot of disbelief in myself. And it actually drove me to keep overeating. So the next meal, and then the next meal, and then the next day, and then the next week, and then the next month led to many more instances of overeating. And that was the real reason that I could not lose the weight, that I couldn't lose the weight and then maintain it. And I always gained it back. I'm going to tell you what I recommend doing instead. So I teach a course inside the Unstoppable group called What to Do When Real Life Happens, because let's be honest, overeating is normal. You're going to overeat at a weekend, at a meal, at some occasion, your real life is just going to happen. And so you have to have both equal parts strategy and mindset with how to handle that, how to navigate that. So I shared with you what I used to do when I would overeat. And the way that I solve this and the way that you have to really address these moments is, number one, to know that it's perfectly normal to have instances where you overeat. Number two, you have to catch yourself with compassion, which means the negative self-talk that I was sharing in the last story, like, there you go again, I can't believe you, see, you're never going to hit your goal, you're probably never going to lose the weight. Opt out of that. Like, there's just like a no thank you, we don't do that anymore. And instead decide to let your body get to light again. Let me tell you what I mean by that. In a nutshell, don't go back to your typical routine. So for example, today I woke up and my body still felt really heavy, bloated, like all of that. And so I didn't go back to my typical routine. That means like really challenging your usual societal norms of eating at a specific time or eating when everybody else is eating, and really let your body get to light again. Now, I want to tell you that this might feel uncomfortable because you're just challenging the old ways of how you have eaten. You've typically gone back to just business as usual, but that would be overeating because you're eating when your body's not hungry. So today I didn't eat as much food as I typically would at lunch, and I walked an hour in the hot heat simply because I wanted to move my body to give her a chance to digest the food from yesterday. It's not my typical routine, but it really helped me feel better. And it's just a way of letting my body get to light again. Now, there's one more caveat. That means that you have to know how to be flexible. Again, this is something that I talk about in a course inside the Unstoppable group, but high achievers are very used to protocols and rigid plans and like spreadsheets and planners and like all kinds of trackers. And when you're running your body with a calculator, it's going to be really hard to lose weight. You're going to feel really disconnected from your body, from the reality of what she's experiencing. Rather than learning that you can trust yourself, you can trust your body, even when you have moments of overeating, it's just like so normal because you're human and there's just amazingness happening all around you, that you can trust yourself. You don't need a protocol to tell you exactly how to eat. It might be okay to create like space for flexibility. And that's actually how you lose weight. And then how you actually maintain it with ease forever.